Welcome to Breaking Fears.
Hey, Fearless Souls. So, today, first of the month, review of November. I'm going to try and do this not the entire length of the time that I'm here on YouTube, but what I'm going to try to do is just for probably the first couple of months, actually not a couple of months, maybe for 6 months to maybe a year, I'll try to put a first of the month recap video on the things that I've been doing on my YouTube channel and just recapping again all those things. So let's get it kicked off instead of me sitting here explaining what I'm doing. So yes, I'm still using the same equipment that I used in October that I used in November, and that I will be using still for right now in December. Only thing that I'm thinking about changing out is probably the microphone, this so-called boom microphone that I have, the Trackstar. I'm not sure how good it is, because what I have to do when I'm editing my videos, when I film on my webcam that I use, my Logitech webcam, for some odd reason the volume is like not great using this boom mic. It's almost better for me to use the actual webcam microphone. So I think I'm going to change that out, because every time I have to go and edit the films, or when I look at the films before I start editing, I have to increase the volume on that. And that can kind of get annoying, because you have to sit up here and make sure that sometimes I'll talk low, and then sometimes I'll talk higher, especially when I start to talk, and then it starts to go on down a little low. And the microphone tends to not pick up the lower times when I speak. And I don't like that. So I'll probably either get one of those other mics we just clip on here, where it's remote or where it's wired to my computer. We'll see. Find out which one works better. But that's the only thing I'm thinking about changing out as of this point. Other than that, yes, like I said, I'm still using the webcam, the Logitech webcam that I use for video conferencing and all that stuff that I started back in 2020. I will also be using and still using my cell phone camera when I film remotely, when I'm running around and doing things. I don't want to get one of those big Canon cameras, even one of those little compact cameras. They're way bigger, way bulkier than my cell phone. And to be honest with you, I get the same quality picture, in my opinion. I get the same quality picture out of my cell phone that I would do using a camera. I do have a bigger camera. It's an old Rebel. I think it's like the T3i or SI or the T37. I can't remember, but it's the Canon Rebel that I have. It's big and bulky. Yes, it takes beautiful shots when I'm out and I'm on vacation and I'm taking pictures far away, close up, panorama, whatever it is. It does take better pictures that way than the cell phone. So yeah, I use that one. GoPro, everybody knows how the GoPro is. I would only use the GoPro if it's an action video when I'm running, walking, and I don't feel like holding my cell phone. But I purchased some equipment to where I could strap it out of my chest and put my cell phone in there, and I could still be hands-free. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use that GoPro. Plus the GoPro, it times out after a while. I hear people state, they have to keep changing out the batteries because the battery life isn't that long on them, blah, 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 blah. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use that GoPro or not, and I'm still debating on that. But I definitely am going to purchase this little drone. I know some people have seen it, but this little drone. It's cool even if you're not doing YouTube. But it's this little drone that you could command it to do things, and it follows you. I'll post a little video of it where people are showing it. But it's a cool little drone. I don't know how it is when it's windy, because a lot of people always say the drones are like, if it's really windy outside, that's when it's blowing around and if you don't have a really good drone, it can blow your drone away pretty much. So this one is like really tiny, and I'm not sure how it is when it's a really windy day. But when it's not a windy day, it's a nice little thing, especially if you're standing in one spot and you're like, oh, this is the beautiful scenery, and you want the drone to go high up in the air, and you're looking up and it's kind of spinning around you. It's showing this aerial panorama, or not panorama, but this beautiful aerial shot of you standing in this beautiful scenery. That I will get. That's something that I will get. I think it's kind of cool. Again, I'm a techie guy, so I'm kind of a little techie. I do have a drone. You could see it kind of right here. And it's a cheap one. It's not that great, and it's hard to control. I think it's like one of those first gen drones. I don't like it at all. I can't control it. It's hard. I've crashed into walls, and yeah, I can't have it hover where I want it to hover and all that stuff. It's got a little camera on it. Maybe if I really took the time to learn how to use it, it might be a nice drone, but yeah, I don't want it. So again, it's one of those little cheapy drones. Anyway, that's the only thing that I think I want to probably add. If not this month, definitely in January, I'll probably get one. I think I saw it was like around $200-300 to get it. But again, it looks like it's a nice little unit. A lot of people are saying that they're liking it. I've seen a couple of YouTubers actually use it on their videos. So again, I'll try to post it, pull up some videos and post it on this video so you can see what I'm talking about. But other than that, I use that little mic that you guys saw. I haven't used it all the time because I'm usually holding my phone right next to me as I'm talking. But when I'm doing, when I'm walking around and doing DIY stuff, like fixing something, doing some house stuff, where I have to walk away from the camera and I want you guys to see the whole scenery where I'm working on or what I'm doing. But that's when I will be wearing that mic. Like I said, I don't wear it often, but I will wear it when in that type of situation. So other than that, I still use DaVinci. I also still use, there's another software on here that I use. DaVinci is free. So as you've seen my videos, the first time I was here, they were just kind of basic. A little editing that I was doing. I think at the end of October, I found out how to put wording up on the screen. If I said something wrong or if I did something, I could correct it, and I put a couple of funny things on there. If you look at my video where I was showing how to lay the floors, that's the video where I first started doing that. I also did the AI in November. I did the AI where I created a character, and I allowed that character to tell a story about the drowning man. It's called the Drowning Man. So I did a little AI cartoon guy where he's telling you the story, and then I also did this PowerPoint presentation, a little cartoon skit where words pop up above the guy. I added that in there. The PowerPoint presentations I've worked with in the past, I just had to do a little refresher on it. So it's kind of really nothing new, but then again it is, because I did have to do a recap on how to add the animation in there. I work with PowerPoint at work, so I'm familiar with it. I just didn't do a lot of animation. So now I've added animation in it, and I really do know how to use it. I do a lot of editing because of my pauses, because of sometimes, and the pauses are from me trying to think of what to say and to say it right and kind of clear. And I do not want to do the ums where I did previously. And I'm not going to edit it out because I want you to hear the because I said it and I'm talking about it now. I edit that out, and every now and then I'll like do something and you'll hear like that in it. I edit that out. So I do a little editing just to get rid of those things. To get, I mean, if you're watching a video, no one wants to sit up here and me watching a video and there's a long pause. And you're like, say something. And you don't always want to hear, because that can get annoying. I don't do it all the time, but when I do it, it annoys me. So if it annoys me, I have a feeling it's going to annoy someone else. I know myself, so if I don't want to hear it, I'm not going to make somebody else hear it. That's just how I live. Also, the ums and things like that. When I was younger, taking speech class, they said, "Oh, never say that." So now it's programmed in me, and I try to keep that out of my. There you go. I just did it. I try to keep that, and I won't edit that either. I try to keep the ums out because it just doesn't sound right all the time when you hear it. So I try to keep that out. So those are my editing, a lot of my editing things that I have to do. And I do all that when I'm watching and creating my videos. So as for the cartoon and the editing, the AI stuff that I had to use, I'll just put some clips of that because I'm not sure. I'm definitely probably going to subscribe to some of them. I do use Chat GTP, and another one that I use as well. It's called, and I'm sorry that I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at my screen because I'm trying to find out the names of the other softwares that I use here. I probably should hold on, I'm gonna pause. Software that I use for speech to text, or that I would use for making my cartoon. So the first one, like I said, the one I use for speech to text, it's called, I'm looking at my computer here, but I gotta get the actual name. It's 11 Labs. It's like 11 Labs. And I'll put it again. I'll put a screenshot of that on the end of this video, as well as Leonardo AI. I also use that one. And again, you could look at other YouTube channels. What I'll probably do, or what I will do, is eventually show you what I've done or how it works. I'm not an expert at any of this stuff. Again, I'm just now learning this, but I'll show you what I've done to create the videos in November and in the future by using these. If I'm going to be using this stuff all the time, yes, I'm definitely going to be paying for it. I'm definitely going to, if it's, right now it's free, but they do have memberships. The free versions just allows you to do certain time lengths of it. I mean, the people who creates this freeware, they take their time to do this stuff. Yes, I'm cheap. I don't want this type of, how can I put it? This type of trial, I would call it, to be taken away. Because I know a lot of us buy software, a lot of us buy something, whatever we buy, because we think it's going to be good, or people say it's good, and then we're like, oh, this stinks. And now you're stuck with it. I like it that these individuals, like the Chat GTPs, the Leonardo, the 11 Labs, the Vinci, this free freeware out there. I'm glad that they allow you to use their product at a limit. If you want to be an expert at it, or if you want to like really be more creative, it's a paid version of it. Or there's only a time limit that you could use it before, if you want to use more of it or create longer things, you have to pay a monthly fee or pay for that version. I like that feature because again, you're not stuck with something that you don't want. But at the same token, if it's good, you enjoy it, you use it a lot, pay for it. Help those people out that are helping you out. That's what I like about it. And it's worth the money. And like I said, I'm cheap, but I pay for good stuff that I think it's good. No, I'm not going to pay for it if I think the amount is like a ripoff. But if it's good and the price is good, I'm going to pay for it. Otherwise, I'm going to find something that, like I just said, it's good, and the amount that I have to pay is good for it, that the purchase price is good for it. So with all this being said, instead of this, I don't want to be long. I don't want to be lengthy. It's already long enough as it is now. Please feel free to comment, because the viewers who are watching my videos might read those comments and might help them out and say, oh, wow, I'm glad that person made that comment. This YouTube was created to be helpful for people. So to end out this video about what I've recapped on my November, you're seeing how this journey is going. I hope that you're getting something out of it as well as I am learning and trying to share as much as I can. And one day when I can start getting monetized, because yeah, I would like to get some money out of this. I don't know who would not like to get some money out of it. But if I don't, I'll continue to do it. Because like I said, YouTube started out and it was supposed to help people out with things that they didn't know about, and it wasn't monetized back then. You weren't getting money out of it. It was just a lot of people saw it as a 15-minute fame, just to have a video out there. A lot of people like me wanted to get what they've learned, lessons in life learned, and get it out to the public so it'll help somebody else who's struggling. Give these lessons to my children and hope that they will go with it and do better things. So if they don't do it, or this YouTube channel that I create with the content that I put out there, hopefully someone else younger, someone else older, someone else the same age as I will benefit from these and make their life easier and better, and will help them break those fears of trying to move forward or doing stuff on their own. So with that, I want to say thank you for watching. Until the next video.